Water like this, wildlife moves in from right around the area.
It won't be long before this part of the Dingo fence bursts into flower. We won't be here to see it, but after rain there's an explosion of wildflowers, and for a short time the desert blooms.
It looks like this kangaroo is trying to outrun us.
All the life that survives in this harsh climate relies on these occasional rains. The water won't last long, so the wildlife takes full advantage of the few short days before the water evaporates in the outback heat.
As we push ahead at a steady pace, we notice that another red kangaroo is striding beside the truck.
We decide to stop so Steve can take some photos.
As we said, this track is definitely not for public use. We've already seen the dangers from the weather conditions and poison baits, and now we find another trap for the unwary. This is a set leg hold trap. She's ready to go. Something puts its foot on that pressure pad, whammo, off it goes. Now this chain that comes off it, that goes to a weight buried down in the sand, such that when the animal's trapped, it can't pull that weight away. So it's trapped here, easy for the trapper to find the animal. Now these things are extremely dangerous, very, very dangerous. You imagine your foot gets stuck in there, it's going to inflict a lot of pain, perhaps even some breakages. These things are wild, and that's why it's very important that you don't go mucking around on the Dingo fence. These things are in place, and the general public should be aware of them. Don't come here.
Dingo scalps are left to dry in the sun before being handed in for the bounty.
The dingo dies quicker when trappers smear strychnine on the claws of the trap. The natural instinct is for the wounded dog to lick at its trapped leg, getting the poison in its mouth. Strychnine poisoning follows and death comes rapidly.
As we push south along the New South Wales side of the border fence, we look over into South Australia and see that their emus are just as silly as the rest of them.
This part is maintained by New South Wales, and it's the shortest section of the Dingo fence, just 584 kilometres.
On the South Australian side, another sign reminds us that